The Hostile Zone, hosted by the infamous and dangerous and much lied about Eric A. Cinotti. This is where public corruption, abuse of power, a waste and misuse of public dollars, and ultimately using your personal position for gaining power and influence over others is met with extreme hostility. Otherwise, everyone else is welcome. Welcome to the Hostile Zone. Welcome to the Hostile Zone.
Welcome to the Hostile Zone. Famous and dangerous and always in your face, Eric Andrew Cinotti, Eric A. Cinotti. Who?
Eric Cinotti, of course.
Right here on the Hostile Zone on your FM dial, 99.9 FM, KKTC. True?
True country and true America.
And true Cinotti, because Cinotti's on your side. We switched it up. I got you.
I know. You got me. I'm like, okay, let me finish it.
So you're right here on the Hostile Zone. Welcome to another fresh episode of the Hostile Zone. Lots to talk about. Lots going on in the world. Another day, another dollar, another show. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Eric A. Cinotti, the one and only. I'm accompanied by on-air vocalist, Miss Bianca Sea, S-E-A, like the ocean or a mermaid.
Ooh, Bianca Sea, that's me. Hello, everyone.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm doing fabulous, and I got to say I'm loving the purple on you today.
Thank you, purple. Purple's the color. Not afraid to wear pastel colors.
That's right.
I'm manly enough to wear pastel.
Mm-hmm. A real man knows how to
I wear salmon, too.
Salmon.
Otherwise known as pink, but salmon in my world.
Very
so
nice.
Anyway, folks, it's the Hostile Zone, another episode, and we are here. For everybody, if you want to reach out to the show, it's the Hostile Zone.
Yes.
We don't have a banner going.
Yes.
The Hostile Zone
right
at bbstalkradio.com. The Hostile Zone at bbstalkradio.com. Yes. Eric Cinotti at bbsradio.com. And Miss Bianca, well, not Miss, just Bianca C, F-C-A at bbstalkradio.com. And if you want to text the show, how do they do that?
It would be 917-877-0171.
They do that so well. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So, folks, welcome to today's show. So that we got lots going on today.
We have lots to talk about today.
Well, there's always lots to talk about. Good, exciting news is that there will be another show that has been approved and is in the works. Mm-hmm. And I believe we are finalizing the name of the show. And I, your humble correspondent, will be your host, Eric A. Cinotti, Unhinged, Politics and Opinions, or something to that nature. That show will be launching within the next 10 days or so, maybe less, even less than that. Unhinged.
Yeah,
Not crazy unhinged, but as in, like, let's have an open dialogue. That'll be a BBS Talk Radio production and works with Eric A. Cinotti Productions, North Jersey Media production company. So, okay, so that will be coming out in the near future. I will be giving more information on that.
Oh, looking forward to it.
All right, so to what's going on in the world. We know as of today, last night, that Israel has taken a response to Iran on their missile and drone attacks. Oh, no. They struck several. I don't know exactly what they fired or how much they fired shots of, but they did get some something going on in Iran, and I believe at this point what we understand is that was not the nuclear facilities that was struck, or one of the nuclear facilities that was struck. That is, was what people thought at first was going to be the target, but actually it was a military base and some air defenses on Iranian soil. So they, I guess whatever you want to call it, one did one, the other returned fire. Okay. But what that has done for us is just seem to unleash lots of protests, lots of opinions. Everybody thinks they know the right path to fix things. Does anybody really know the right path? I don't know.
No,
Well,
I don't think so. I mean, like they just get what that comes across them.
yeah, war
in the
is
news.
never the answer. War is never the answer.
Yeah, I'm always against war because
Yeah.
but to be truthful, there's never going to be world peace. You can never make anybody happy.
No, world peace is it's a prayer, but
It is.
even
in a perfect
even the
world,
Bible says that the Bible lists it as something that's just going to be forever going on, and I believe other texts that have been written. We're not going religious here. I'm just saying that historical texts show that there has been problems in this region for a long time.
It's really hard to choose from like what's good and what's evil.
Well,
It's hard.
I think it is an easy choice. Actually, I think there's good and evil in everything.
Yeah, but it's
And
easily to be deceived sometimes too. I mean, so like we don't know. Like I said, I'm not in any side because I don't know who's good and who's not. You know what I mean?
Right. I see it as like there's good and evil in everybody, in
Mhm.
everything. Whether or not evil comes out in everybody and everything, it doesn't mean that it's not there.
Right.
And evil is a subjective word because there are people that truly on both sides believe that they are indeed the correct one, that Allah or God or whatever you call the higher being, that you are practicing what it is that he, she, God, whatever,
Yeah.
to be politically correct, to be following His word, God's word. So regardless, so I think that either side they all feel that they have some sense of correctness in it, but at the end of the day, there are innocent people getting hurt along the way. And let's not forget, our tax dollars, folks, are paying for a lot of this, regardless of what side you stand in the matter. Fact be told is that both sides are I mean, there's money going everywhere, and people are dying. Money's being spent. People are protesting here. Is there what kind of humanitarian aid is going on? I believe in all money for safety packages, because if if some people say if nationalism being or isolationism being within our own and not moving elsewhere
Okay.
is a bad thing, but some may say it's not. It really depends on how you take it. If we're isolationists and nationalists and we only worry about what's going on within our borders and we spend our money and our resources on our own people, then yes, we will make a lot of people happy.
Mhm.
We will touch a lot of lives, a lot of people that are less fortunate right now, and a lot of things we could do a lot because we would be focusing directly on certain inner cities, certain rural areas, farmers that are getting by. I mean, there's a lot of people that could use help. That's if we're in a nationalism, an isolist kind of world where we only pay attention to our own. But at the same time, if we are doing that and we are looking at our own selves, looking out for ourselves, which is okay because charity starts at home, right?
Right.
If you can't eat, then you can't help. If I can't nourish myself, I can't have enough strength. If I'm not strength from home and having support at home, even emotionally and physically and nourishment, then I can't go out and do what it is that you do to protect. So it's a tough cross because if we're not getting it at home, we can't help abroad. But then if we ignore abroad, then abroad may find its way here. And I talk about this in previous episodes.
Oh, I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if we, not to bring Hitler into the conversation, but it's an example that should not be taken lightly, and understand what I'm saying when I'm talking about this. I'm saying that here was a man that did heinous, terrible, disgusting things to everybody, unless if you were a specific mold of what he wanted or you were subscribed 100% to his views, etc. So we were isolationists, nationalists, nationalism, loving our country, sticking in our borders, keeping our noses out of situations. And, that was fine, but then it turned around and bit us, because not only did we get hit with Pearl Harbor, but Hitler ended up expanding beyond Germany and pushing everywhere. And there was a World War II. And maybe had we not been so isolationist and so nationalized, in the sense of only worrying about our nation, maybe we might have been able to put a little bit of a slowdown or a pause and stop to him earlier than later, and maybe there would have been less of a death toll and people hurt and things. But it's a speculation. It's a speculation, because maybe it could have went really bad if we had engaged sooner, and then then we created a rustle with other people. I don't know. It's
That's
tough.
very true.
It's tough, but
it's hard to say. And like, what happens if it didn't happen? Like, how would we learn?
But we learn from the past, right? History. We definitely don't want history to repeat itself, and I think that's why we as a nation turned ourselves more into being the world police, the world super. Well, we are this world superpower, and we were, and still are, but we maybe that's what changed our direction into having more of a open platform, more of a globalist perspective on things, because it's like an ecosystem, like the bumblebees. Without a bumblebee, it'll kill off. They say if the bumblebee goes, we kill off humanity potentially.
Yeah, I can't imagine the fear of the innocent people that are in the middle of the war, and I can't imagine how their fear is. Like, could you imagine being in their places, thinking that this is the end of the world for them? And my heart goes out to them, really. And I like I said, I just wanted.
I don't think it's the end of the world. I think that cooler heads will prevail.
But in their mind, they
right. Yeah. But I believe that cooler heads will prevail. I hope, for our sense that that this might be. It's not gonna say it, but that Iran says they're going to respond back. If they do, it's like, well, then Israel's going to respond back again. And I it's just a terrible thing. Back and forth. I don't want to see that. I don't want our country to be having to be engaged in that. I don't want us to have to put more money into that. I want us to worry about our own stuff here. We have, again, let's not forget, we have a porous border in the south, and this Israel-Iran conflict, and Palestinian conflict now. The Hamas, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and etc. All of this spin, folks, is something you need to pay attention to, because while all of this spin is going on, we seem to not be talking about a lot of things that are occurring here. Like I mentioned the other day, almost 5,000 people have died from gunshot injuries, wounds, killed by firearms in the United States since February of this year. February, not even January. February of 24, 5,000 roughly. And as of the other day, it was 4,994. So I don't even know, maybe since a couple of days ago when I looked at and I pulled that statistic up, that number has changed. But we're talking 5,000 or so people have been killed with firearms. That's not a conversation.
That's such a tragedy.
Everybody's, the conversation and the driving of the media is all Israel, Hamas, Iran. We're not even really even talking about Russia and Ukraine right now. That's kind of a conversation that's not there, but that conflict is still going on. So there's so much going on, but like I said, with all of this media spin and all of these top stories that are running the headlines, we are not talking about the southern border again. We are not talking about how many numbers are crossing the border, how many people are coming into the country illegally, and what are they doing here, and what are we as a nation, as a government, doing to combat and protect our citizens from these law violators who are seeking refuge. So, to be fair, some are seeking refuge because they are from war-torn countries, etc. So that's understandable. But there is a process, there is paperwork, there's the things to do. But we're not talking about that.
Okay.
Because of all this other, I don't want to say nonsense, but all this other, everything seems to be a distraction.
Right.
We have a former president on trial for quote unquote hush money, because he allegedly had sexual relations with a porn actress. I don't know. Everybody's focused on things maybe that are not so important than other things. It really depends on what you deem to be important. I mean, yes, we need to know about this former President Trump case, but do we need to know every little detail? Is it need to run the top of the news cycle? I mean, it definitely is benefiting somebody. Now, I personally think, if you want Cinotti's opinion, I think it's going to benefit Trump at the end of the day. I think that he's getting free campaign ad, he's getting free airtime because they're running the stories on his trial. And
I don't understand how the hush money was a crime to give to the porn star. I mean, honestly,
why are they a star
all,
anyway? As a porn star,
my honest opinion is that a porn star right there, I don't respect that woman, to be honest. And hush money, that she took the money, obviously, right? And she probably spent it.
And we talked about this yesterday. I said I want to know where the extortion
is illegal, and why is it on trial right now that she is saying to everyone that she got hush money?
I guess we'll have to. I mean, there are. I mean, I don't want to go into a sea hole here.
And what about the non-disclosure?
That will be something we could talk about. Eric A. Cinotti Unhinged.
That will be. Is that not that non-disclosure agreement? Is that not
You cannot. You cannot
say
write
anything now. So that's just a piece of paper that you could just say whatever.
No. Let me explain this.
Because it seems like a lot of people are abusing that too.
A non-disclosure agreement, folks. NDA. If you hear them say NDA, they're talking about a non-disclosure. Yeah. And you cannot write a contract or write a document to circumvent law. All right. So you can't contract your way out of the obligations of a law or statutes or things of that nature. The NDA is not applicable in criminal court because other than an attorney-client privilege, a priest and parishioner and spousal privilege, husband and wife privilege, or now wife and wife, husband and husband, etc. The sanctity of that relationship, and also with your medical professional. These things stand the test of time in all courts. But NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, are specifically meant so you don't talk to the public or to the press or talk about what it is that you experience, and you both parties sign. But that doesn't mean that I can't talk about a criminal offense. Okay. So you can't say, well, I'm not going to speak because of an NDA. But if she goes on and starts interviewing and talking about things that were in the NDA that are not criminal, it becomes, I don't want to get into a deep sea hole here.
The main thing is about the hush money. So Whoa, what's going on with the?
Well, it wasn't so harsh
changing?
because they know about it. So.
I know, but like I still don't understand why that's a crime. I mean, like, to be honest, like.
I'd have to. I don't want to get into all the specifics on how the statutes work.
So
you'd be paying attention to Eric A. Cinotti Unhinged, because Eric A. Cinotti Unhinged will break down these finer details.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that porn star probably got upset because he paid her, and now she feels like a hooker, or she didn't get what she wanted from.
She feels like a hooker. She was a porn.
Well, you know what? If you feel that way, you shouldn't have taken the money in the first place.
I hear you. You know, and the other thing is, you know, just to add a little light-hearted conversation to it. Why is it that if you are in porn, you're automatically a star, but if you are in a movie, a regular movie, you're a background actor, a D-lister, C-lister, B, etc. You're an actor, actor, actress, award-winning actress, maybe. You're a movie star when I guess you're the lead of a movie and the movie wins something. But everybody in porn is a star,
right?
No matter what scene you did.
But I have less respect for her too, because she knows that Trump is married.
I don't know if he was. What I don't know when that occurred. I don't know all the details.
He's been married, even with his other wife. He's been married.
He's been married, yeah.
Okay, so like I don't feel bad for that girl because she should have known better.
Right.
And don't put yourself in that situation. That's it. That's my opinion. Sorry.
No, it's a valid opinion.
It is what it is. I mean, I have morals. You know, like when I've been dating somebody and stuff, the first thing I ask, are you married? Do you have kids?
It's a valid opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
And right off the bat, if you say yes to any of those things, you're done.
Right.
You're done. I don't even want to talk to you because you know what? I have respect in marriage and I have respect on family.
Right.
And I don't want to be a homewrecker. Never wanted to. And that's why I don't open my likes for just anybody, because you need to get to know these people first. And I try to do the research to see if this person was lying to me.
Right.
And that is the truth. And that's it.
And I think it's a good truth.
Thank you.
I think it's a good truth. I think that there's a lot to unpackage there. There's a lot to unpackage there. Actually, I was just watching something yesterday, and that TV show Catfish is coming back. Or
Catfish?
What did it ever leave? I don't know, but I was thinking, you know, yeah, I don't know. But here's the thing: how do you get catfish now? I don't. I mean, with live stream and just the extensive technological abilities, how do you get brought into a situation and you think you're in a relationship when you've never met the person? I don't know. You tell me, folks out there. You tell me. I don't. I mean, I would want to hear a voice. Maybe because it is 2024. Maybe drop me or get on a live like FaceTime or Zoom or whatever programs people are using to video chat. Google Meetup or whatever it is. You know, Microsoft Teams. There you go. So, I mean, there are plenty of ways to have that conversation where, you know, years back, it was a different story. You know, it wasn't easily as accessible. And, you know, you people put up a couple pictures and they had an email pen pal kind of relationship. And then, they got catfished. They find out that they were writing somebody in prison or the person doesn't exist. Right. But now, I mean, now with video and live feed and everything out there, I don't understand how that happens. Even with all the internet resources that are out there that you can look up and see if the person's information is valid, if they're telling you where they live. Okay, well, when you're having a conversation with somebody, right?
They're always out of the country, by the way.
What?
Always.
Oh, right. But see, but we're in a 2024 technology. So if you say to me, I'm from Italy, I'm from Palermo, Italy. Okay, I personally do know Palermo. That's why I said that one. Or Rome or something. But let's say you you have Peruvian background.
I do.
All right, Machu Picchu, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I actually know Machu Picchu too, so that's a bad egg.
I've been,
But
it's awesome.
but if you said you were from Machu Picchu and I'm talking to you, on email, wouldn't it behoove me not to jump on the internet and look up a little thing or two about that area, know where this person's from, and then when you're talking to them and they're not saying things that match up to what it is that you know to be fact, because you're looking and saying, well, I know that there's a coffee shop on the corner here.
Yeah.
You can literally just have a conversation like that, and if they don't answer that question, they don't live. I mean, they don't live there. Or maybe one in a million. I don't know that there's a coffee shop down the street from my house. Okay, but there's enough conversation to be had to find out if the person really is there.
Right. Or what about excuses on, oh, I can't be on the phone.
Right.
Or, oh, I don't have that internet.
You're lying. You are a liar if you're telling me you don't have internet. The government's subsidizing it. You can get free internet. You don't even need you do not need cell service. You need a broken phone that somebody threw away, as long as it can connect to the internet at the right.
I know. How is that an excuse? But there's an easy way for you to receive money.
Right.
From that person.
Right. They have a valid way for you to send them money. And that, I noticed that I have people that tell me stories with that, even on dating apps now.
Yeah.
And
don't give your money.
Whatever these meetup apps that are out there, and I don't want to say sex apps, but to get the hookup apps, right?
Hookup apps, yeah.
All right, well, it's just fine. I mean, listen, people went to the bar years ago, and their intentions were to try to hook up with somebody. So now this makes it a little bit easier, and you don't have to go into the bar scene. Okay, I get it. But then when you're talking to people, and then they're asking you for money, oh, can I get an Uber? Or can you send me some money so I can meet you? Well,
no.
I mean, move on to the next person. I'm not sending some random person money.
How about if you meet the person first and whatever and stuff, then you could give the cash to them when they get to you.
Right.
For the Uber, and prove that you're on the Uber, and send a screenshot of how much it was or whatever and stuff. Not making up stuff. You know what I mean? You got to look. And if somebody,
if you got no money, if you
can't
afford to take the Uber, then you shouldn't be dating yet.
Exactly.
You need to wrangle in your issues at home, your personal issues, and figure out your finances before you get into that.
True. If you can't afford to go out and spend money on yourself or whatever, then you're not ready for a relationship.
It's nonsense. It's nonsense. You're going to send the money for the Uber, and they're going to drag you with 2 or 3 more messages telling you that the Uber's coming, it's coming, and then boom, you're going to go look back on, and the profile's going to be gone. But they're going to be back an hour later.
Yep.
I worked on a case not too long back, a couple of years back, and we were looking at somebody, and the same profile pictures were popping up under different names in different locations, and you're like, not the same name, different location, different socio information, a different, like listing themselves as a different religion, basically an entirely new profile out of a new area, but the same pictures that we saw 3-4 times. But anyway, we're going on way too long. What do you got? You got a song up for us to cue up, Miss Bianca? What are we doing? Tell the crowd.
I'll be singing "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis, but I'm gonna do like a slow acoustic version.
All right.
Actually, a piano version of it. So. But I can't say, would it be a sin? Oh, if I get up falling in love with you, like a river surely to the sea, so it goes. Things are meant to be. Take my whole life. For again, falling in love. To the sea, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Oh, take my whole life for again, falling in love with you. Falling in love with you.
Well, that was just wonderful, Miss Bianca. Was
Thank
that
you.
a first, or
It was a first.
it was a first? And
Yeah.
what is it, a last? Is it a last? It's a first and a last, or what is it?
You know what? I think it's always going to be a first and a continuation.
Right, the first and a continuation. So, did you have anything for us on entertainment world?
Oh, let's see. In the entertainment world, let's see. Lots to do. I mean, there's like always something about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
That's
I'm not interested in
mostly
that.
what it's been all about.
The Royals. I see a whole section on the Royals. What happened?
Yeah. Let's see. Making her mark, Meghan Markle continues to lean into quite luxury looks as American Riviera Orchard drops first produce. So they went to Orchard.
Riviera Orchard Drive. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean,
Well, she's always looking fabulous, so
yeah,
always gotta
I don't
keep
know.
up with the
That
scene.
whole royal thing is just very confusing to me. I don't find it to be very understandable. But I don't know. I saw something yesterday on TV on one of the shows, and
What was that?
I was just wondering if I don't know. There's just so much stuff being said about everybody there, and who is right and who is wrong. I guess I don't know, and everybody's taken up by it again. But there's so much media nonsense right now.
Yes.
We have not heard much. That's the first, really, on that. I did see some stuff yesterday where there was conflicting opinions on what people thought about Meghan Markle and about Prince Harry. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on either or. What is that? A bunch of naked girls. What is that?
Oh, that's the Kardashians, of course.
Where are they now?
Oh, they're just saying about them being in the bathing suits. Kourtney Kardashian claps back at body shaming on her 45th birthday. Why was people like body shaming? She just had a kid. People, come
there was
on.
some conversation about people taking
I think she looks gorgeous.
that weight drug Ozempic or something like that.
Oh yeah, about that.
I don't know. I don't know.
That incision or something that they've been taking, and
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, be happy of who you are, and
Yeah, there it is. Ozempic.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like the celebrities is taking that for drastic
Well,
weight
here's
loss.
the thing. The purpose, I believe, of that, and I'm not a physician, and I'm not proclaiming to be, but the purpose of that is for more of the obese type people.
Right.
Not really a fad for weight loss. Whatever happened to working out and going to the gym, I don't know. But I mean, I understand if you have a disorder and you have a lot of weight because you are diabetic or you are low metabolism, you have a thyroid issue or something like that. But either way, I don't know. But
Yeah, that would be like one of the side effects, and like it could possibly, um, you can harm yourself. Like there's a possibility you might get cancer from that too. So like, it's a little.
Yeah, they were
it's hard.
saying the thyroid. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I do know that obviously we do have a weight and health epidemic here in the United States. People are overweight. This is not something we're making up new today.
No.
This is something we know about. Maybe it's something we can explore further, but it's definitely nothing that's new that we know about. But given the opportunity, I don't know. Maybe, and I thought about this previously, and I'm going to leave it at this. Maybe somebody might want to email in on it, but what if everybody's, I don't want to say forced to go to the gym, right? But what if your insurance companies, everybody's insurance company paid for your gym membership?
Right, like a certain.
Right? If let's say, or the government gave you, if you belong to a gym, you were able to get a reimbursement, or like school vouchers,
Yeah.
would that incentivize people to go to the gym? And then if it was part of your workday, like in the military, you get time to do PT, physical training. And if you work in a unit, they do it together as a command. They do PT. Or in my experience, there were some units where we did our training on our own time, but we were allotted an hour every 3 or 4 times a week during the day at whatever particular time. You're like, hey, I'm taking my PT time. So, and it worked.
You gotta get
So then,
shape. Yeah.
so if you're able to leave, or if you're able to take a break from your job, if you're able to get the money back, or if employers had health facilities available. I don't know. This is just thought. What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, having the time, but the hard part is you have to wake up and go to.
You have to get up. Half the battle, folks, is getting there.
And to go there and have the willpower to, because even if you had the time, your mind has to tell yourself, go there and do it.
Right.
And that's part of the battle too, about some people. You know what I mean? Like they'll have the time, but it's putting it into your routine.
Right. You got to make it part of your life.
It's hard.
No one's saying become a gym animal, gym freak. But I mean,
take a walk in front of your block. You know what I mean? So
do something and get around. But folks, we are wrapping it up here. We're coming to a hard close of the show. So I wanted to keep you abreast of what was going on.
Abreast?
Oh, did I say? Can't say that. I wanted to keep you up about what was going on in Israel and Iran. I wanted to talk about Trump a little bit and that ongoing case. And I wanted to reinforce that we brought it up about the gun deaths in America. Again, I am a First Amendment advocate, but I also, at the same time, am also for the safety of the public. So, take that for what you will. That's just what I see. I see it as that. So, with that, do you have any final closings?
I just want to make sure, just drive safely.
Drive safely. Oh, yes. It's Friday, folks. Happy Friday.
Happy
You're probably
Friday.
getting ready, enjoying the show here.
Yes.
On your way out. So I'm sorry, I forgot that it was a Friday show. My bad. I totally would. I would have given some more fun stuff. We would have talked about Bianca Censori or something fun, or something for everybody. But we want you to have a good weekend. Don't drink and drive. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself within reason. Don't push the limit. And remember, folks, look at yourself and say, I want to be a good person, and take that out with you when you go out and make somebody else's day a little bit brighter.
Compliment somebody.
Yeah, compliment somebody. Give somebody blow them away. Give them a compliment. Even if it's something stupid. I like your tie, or your hair looks good today. Now, again, let's be careful when we give this warning. Don't make inappropriate things, because I don't want somebody to say that they were in the workplace and they made a comment about how somebody looked, and then it becomes a sexual harassment.
Not on a body part.
Let's not say that. And even be careful. Use discretion. Use discretion. Folks, thank you for coming to the Hostile Zone. Don't go anywhere, because you know what? You don't want Cinotti come looking for you. There's going to be re-airs over the weekend, so you get to re-listen to us. But you can check us out on every single music and ebook platform, music, podcast, talk show, ebook platform. You name it, it's there. Every social media, we're there. Enjoy the show. Don't go anywhere, though, because Miss Bianca is going to grace us with her lovely voice, telling us how much she loves America. Thank you, because without you folks, we would not have ratings. See you for another fresh live show on Monday. 2 live shows on Monday. And stay tuned for information on the new show that's coming out. Miss Bianca, how does it go?
Oh, say, can you see light? What's so bright at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars light for the rest we're still gently streaming. Hey. Through the night that I'm still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land and the heart of the
Wonderful job, Miss Bianca. Wonderful job. America's smiling. Our fans are smiling. Don't go anywhere, because you know what? You don't want Cinotti coming looking for you. So that's all I'm going to say.
Use your voice, Cinotti, use your voice, let it be heard. Use your voice, Cinotti, use your voice.
Thank you for listening to the Hostile Zone. Because in Cinotti's Zone, I hear everything, everywhere. For everyone else, see you next for more outrageous talk. Where we pull back the curtain and hold no punches. From me to you, have a great week. And remember, everyone, treat others kind. Treat your family kinder, and always love our country.
That's right. Remember, Cinotti heard you.